Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so I just found this deck that I had gotten and lost, and there's a lot of messages, so I'm not going to try to keep to the 3 minutes, but I won't try to take forever. But it really looks like throughout all of the message, it seems to be reflecting an inner transformation that we're all going through. There's some sort of alchemy, and that's exactly what it is. We are alchemizing outdated belief systems, frequencies. You know my hair is always fucked, so whatever. We're alchemizing, and so it's like I want to show you these, but then I look over here and I know I'm going to talk about these first. So we're talking about destiny here, and it's the Wheel of Fortune, but I like that they call it destiny. And then it's further clarified by what would be the Seven of Wands and the Two of Wands. Seven of Wands being stand your ground, and Two of Wands being the waiting game. And so I feel like I said, throughout all of it, we're in a process right now. We are transforming, and so there's a lot surfacing right now. I know in my own personal life, I am pissed off. I'm a loving person, but I'm just so pissed off, you know? And so whatever, if you're feeling conflicting energies, but I tell you what, I came to nature, sat by a water, sat by a stream, connecting my root chakra with the earth, really connecting. And I just can't tell you enough that that's the greatest medicine. I live in Colorado, we got some good medicine here, but there's nothing better than nature. Nothing. If you ask me. So, and I'm the one talking, so I guess so. So stand your ground. And so this almost gives like a hanged man kind of a vibe. But I feel like it's honoring that you have come so far. And you might be, and then the waiting game, it's the Two of Wands. I feel like it's saying, you're not quite clear on what your destiny is yet, but you're closer than you've ever been. And I feel like you're getting glimpses of it, and maybe, some things, it's like things are needing to be shifted around a little bit. And so it's like, it's so hard to stay committed to something yet not be attached to the outcome. That's where I'm at right now too. And so it's like, keep going, but flow with it. Why are you doing it? Because you love it. Because it's a form of personal expression, or whatever it is that it is, this is for you, this destiny. But it's just, again, say it over and over, stand your ground, and there's the waiting game. So it's like, stay vigilant in your process while you're allowing the physical world to manifest all that you've already created, or all that you're in process of creating. All right, so then I'm going to go to, this is the heart chakra, and I love that it's clarified with it would be the Eight of Cups, emotional withdrawal, and the Six of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity. And so it's like, and this is like a hermit kind of a thing in the heart chakra. And I feel like it's talking about like a purge. We're experiencing a collective purge. We are coming to the end of our eclipse season, and fuck has it been purging. All the other shit going on, I like to throw in a little bit of astrology. But it's purging what's in your heart, whatever's blocking your heart. And so this emotional withdrawal, I feel like everybody, again, collectively, we've all had to let go of our illusions. And this disillusionment makes us angry or sad or the full spectrum of emotions. And I'm hoping that if you're like me, you're also getting glimpses of the joy. You're getting small little reflections or whatever of what is to come, what you were striving for, and it's enough of a taste to keep you going. And that's what I feel like every set of messages that came out today, it's pretty much saying that, but I want to honor all of them. But this emotional release, understanding that by clearing out your heart chakra and really coming into self-love. And I love to tell people, I've got this, my sister Laura gave me this, it's a kyanite and a selenite fused with silver, and it's right over my thymus, and I tap it. And if you tap your thymus and affirm, prime reality is within. Prime reality is within. Prime reality is within. prime reality is within. And affirm, I am love. I am love. I am powerful. I am light. I'm also dark. I'm complete self-acceptance. And I attune myself to my greatest expression of authenticity, because that's really what we're going towards. Authentic expression in our sovereignty. I attune myself to my own authentic vibrational frequency. And then I always like to say, motherfucker, no. And so, coming back, I'm all over the place, but that's how tapping our thymus is one way to help clear out the gunk that's in our heart chakras, because we've got all of our energy gets so dissipated. We give our power away to other people, belief systems. I know I need to stay off Facebook because it takes me out of sovereignty, and I end up dissipating my energy, and I become a very lower version of myself. And that's, but even that, even if you do something similar to that, or go around friends that are toxic, or whatever it is, if you can recognize how you feel, and maybe how you felt before you did it, and then how you feel afterwards, and if you can make the correlation that some activities are not nourishing and are in fact very toxic, then when you bring that recognition in, then you don't need to beat yourself up, because when you beat yourself up and berate yourself, you tend to hold yourself in the very things that you despise. And then that self-loathing, and then we have to start all over again with learning self-love and clearing out our heart chakra. So this emotional withdrawal, it's just, again, hermit energy. It's like pulling into, even though that's not what this card is, it's more of the Eight of Cups, but it's just pulling back into who you are and bringing that love within you, and then withdraw from anything that doesn't vibrate with self-love. Anything that doesn't reflect self-love. All right? So then that's going to bring you into balance. And this is like Six of Pentacles. I like that it's shown this way. Like, this is like really achieving something that you've worked for. I like the fountains and stuff. I like that it's honoring material and spiritual prosperity. So, so I went a lot on those. And then next to those, we've got what I feel like are the major arcanas in this deck. Patience, which would be temperance, and then wisdom, which would be the Hierophant. And what's interesting about this Hierophant in particular is that he's looking behind him, and he's got the golden book in his hand, and he's seeing the illumination. And somehow, I guess it's kind of like that whole hindsight is 20/20 sort of thing. Like, he's looking behind him and understanding. And I'm finding, like, I even brought this book with me today, Earth, Pleiadian Keys to the Living Library by Barbara Marciniak. It's like my favorite book ever, or one of my 2 favorite books ever written. And so it's like, I was just reading stuff. I've been reading this book for almost 20 years. And even today I'll read it and I'll be like, oh, that's what that meant. I had to come into alignment with understanding the messages that were in there, because I could only understand at the level I was at. And so it's like messages, we've got the book, but it takes understanding all of our processes and all of our experiences, and understanding, recognizing and appreciating how far we've actually come. All right, wow, I'm really going on, aren't I? And then patience, this is temperance, and I love that she is patiently allowing this flower to bloom. And it starts from a seed. And so you're in that seed, or maybe not, but you're nurturing, you're cultivating the seeds that you planted for yourself, for your life, for your reality. And it's such a deep message. So I'm going to try to rush. So we've got 13, Transformation, which is the Death card, with the 4 of Pentacles, firm foundation. And I love that this is highlighting his spine and his lower spine, particularly that base and sacral chakras and the solar plexus is like, and so it's like those more physical chakras that are in your physical body, and it's security, creativity, and personal power. And so this whole transformation thing, I really think you are taking your power back. And so again, trust the process. Another one of my favorite books, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I trust and flow with the process of life. All right, so I don't think this is gonna go on TikTok because I'm taking too long. All right, and then finally, we've got the 4 of Wands, the Lovers, harmony. Foundations and achievements, harmony. Temptation, the Devil. The passion ignited, this would be the Ace of Wands. And conflict and defeat. And this would be the Five of Swords. So I usually look at this kind of card as kind of a gaslighting sort of thing. But it's interesting, running out of like, these are just abstract figures in this light up here. And he's running down to the illumination of the fire. And so I almost feel like this is speaking about false light or false gurus or false people who present themselves as being so all-knowing or whatever. But if you really look and see, it's just a falsity about it. It's all about ego. It's all about controlling. It's all about adoration. It's very little, they're not really, what they're doing really is more in service to themselves than in service to others. And so it's interesting. He's running for the true light, the flame. And understanding that it just takes a spark to illuminate you from within, and you can see through the illusions. And so, so with that card, and then this passion ignited card with the Devil and the Lovers and all of that stuff, I just want to say you're leveling up, you're recognizing what love isn't. And it probably, I feel like we were all kind of sold on a lie about what love is. And so learning to recognize that ain't love, man, that's codependency. And so learning to level up, recognizing what love isn't. And it's like, with these cards together too, it's kind of a weird, because this like gaslighting kind of weird card and the Devil are couching this Ace of Wands. So in some ways, sometimes I look at the Ace of Wands when it's a true Ace of Wands because it's so phallic. I'll think, I would think this is like talking about lust and recognizing that you don't want lust. So since it's said, I'll go ahead and say that. She even looks like she's in some sort of ecstasy, but something sets her heart on fire. And it's interesting, all the fire, because this is Four of Wands, but this is like true magic. This is true foundations and achievements. And I like to look at the Four of Wands, which this represents, as like a doorway or a gateway. It's the finish line. It's leveling up. And so I feel like there's probably multiple things in your life. Like there's more cards that want to speak, but I've gone on long enough. There's more cards that want to speak, but I feel like understanding that you are leveling up and you're in this process. And if you can just trust and flow, and just say that, I trust and flow with the process of life, and align to that. Align to that. Go to nature, trust the process, allow the limbo, allow the waiting game, stay vigilant in who you now know that you are, understanding that more and more you're coming into alignment of the truth, with the truth of who you are. And then, and then over here we've got the third eye chakra and the triumphant success, the Ace of Swords. And so I just feel like truth is being revealed. And I love to say truth rings like a bell. I didn't make that up, but truth definitely has a resonance. You can feel truth. And the more you align to the feeling of truth and you recognize it and you honor it, the more you're able to stand in your power. And what was this whole stand your ground? Stand your ground and not get pulled by codependency into other people's lies, into other people's illusions, because they're trying to pull you out of an uncomfortable process. You stay true to you, okay? And that light, it is your light. And you can illuminate the way for others if they want. And what I'm learning is many people don't want the way illuminated. And you just gotta let them go. Because you can't just fight everybody. It takes you out of sovereignty. So stand your ground when it comes to your personal truth. But stand your ground. You stay vigilant in protecting you. You don't have to go out and fight the world. Man, is this message for me. And with your third eye, you'll learn to discern. You'll learn to recognize truth. And you just keep attuning yourself to that. All right, with love and blessings, thank you. Peace. Goodbye.